Hello learners, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to learn about the number of particles in a unit cell. Here, particles represent ions, atoms, or molecules. As we know that each point in the crystal lattice represents a particle which may be an atom, ion, or a molecule. In the crystal lattice, it seems that the points are not touching. However, in real unit cells, the constituent particles touch each other. The diagram in which the unit cells are touching each other are called space-filling structures, and those in which the atoms are considered as a point is called open structures. As you can see on the screen, the constituent particles in space-filling structures are touching each other. The number of constituent particles touching any particular constituent particle is called its coordination number. In other words, the number of nearest spheres that represent a constituent particle to a particular sphere in a unit cell is called coordination number. Before moving ahead to the calculation of the number of atoms in a unit cell of a cubic system, let's understand the structure of a cube. Cube is a three-dimensional solid structure with 12 edges, 6 faces and 8 corners. All the edges are equal in length and all the angles are 90 degrees. Now let's calculate the number of atoms present at the different lattices. The atom present at corners in a unit cell is shared by 8 identical unit cells. The 4 unit cells are present at the bottom level and that of the 4 at upper level. So the share of an atom present at the corner is 1 by 8. So the number of atoms present in a unit cell at the edges are 1 by 8 into 8 equals 1 atom. Now let's see how many particles are at an edge. As we can see on the screen, the particles present at the edges are shared by 4 different unit cells. These are 2 on the right side and 2 on the left side. So the share of an atom at an edge is 1 by 4. Since there are 12 edges in a cubic crystal system, so the number of atoms present at the edges are 1 by 4 into 12, that equals 3 atoms. Atoms present at the faces are shared by 2 unit cells, so the share of an atom at the face is 1 by 2, that is half. As we know that there are 6 faces in a cubic crystal system, and if the atoms are present on each faces, then the number of atoms present at all 6 faces are 1 by 2 into 6, that equals 3 atoms. Now let's see how many atoms are there in a primitive or simple cubic unit cell. As we know that the constituent particles are present at corners position only in the primitive unit cell, and there are 8 corners in a primitive unit cell. So the total number of atoms in a primitive or simple unit cell is 1 by 8 into 8, that equals 1 atom. In a body-centered unit cell, the particles are present at all corners, along with the center of the body of an atom. So the total atoms contributed by 8 corners are 8 into 1 by 8, that equals 1 atom. And there is a complete atom in the body center of the unit cell, as it is not shared by any neighboring unit cell. So the total number of atoms in the body-centered unit cell, that is BCC, is 1 plus 1, which equals 2. So there are 2 atoms in a body-centered unit cell. In a face-centered unit cell, atoms are present at all the 6 faces along with atoms at the 8 corners. So total atoms contributed by 8 corners are 8 into 1 by 8, that is 1 atom. Number of atoms contributed by 6 faces are 1 by 2 into 6, that equals 3. So the total number of atoms in a face-centered unit cell is 1 plus 3, that equals 4. Well learners, in the next video we will learn about the close packing. Well, I hope you are learning at a good pace through our interactive videos and adding more and more knowledge to your pre-existing schema. If you have any query, do put your questions in our chat box where you will be scaffolded by our experts. And with that, there is a lot more to explore in our next video. Till then, keep watching First in Class and keep learning.